Hello everybody, Pete Lennox here, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be reading Chapter 3 of Book 4 by Alister Crowley. The title of this chapter is Yama and Niyama. Yama and Niyama are Sanskrit words that represent a series of right rules for ethical living, similar to the Christian and Jewish Ten Commandments. These rules are supposed to make it easier to become realized or attain enlightenment. So that said, let's see what Crowley thinks about Yama and Niyama. Enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Chapter 3. Yama and Niyama. The Hindus have placed these two attainments in the forefront of their program. They are the moral qualities and good works which are supposed to predispose to mental calm. Yama consists of non-killing, truthfulness, non-stealing, continence, and non-receiving of any gift. In the Buddhist system, sila, virtue, is similarly enjoined. The qualities are for the layman these 5. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt drink no intoxicating drink. For the monk many others are added. The commandments of Moses are familiar to all. They are rather similar, and so are those given by Christ in the Sermon on the Mount. Some of these are only the virtues of a slave invented by his master to keep him in order. The real point of the Hindu Yama is that breaking any of these would tend to excite the mind. Subsequent theologians have tried to improve upon the teachings of the masters, have given a sort of mystical importance to these virtues. They have insisted upon them for their own sake and turned them into Puritanism and formalism. Thus, non-killing, which originally meant do not excite yourself by stalking tigers, has been interpreted to mean that it is a crime to drink water that has not been strained lest you should kill the animalcula. But this constant worry, this fear of killing anything by mischance, is on the whole worse than a hand-to-hand conflict with a grizzly bear. If the barking of a dog disturbs your meditation, it is simplest to shoot the dog and think no more of it. A similar difficulty with wives has caused some masters to recommend celibacy. In all these questions, common sense must be the guide. No fixed rule can be laid down. The non-receiving of gifts, for instance, is rather important for a Hindu who would be thoroughly upset for weeks if anyone gave him a coconut. But the average European takes things as they come by the time he has been put into long trousers. The only difficult question is that of continence, which is complicated by many considerations, such as that of energy. But everybody's mind is hopelessly muddled on the subject, which some people confuse with erotology and others with sociology. There will be no clear thinking on this matter until it is understood as being solely a brand of athletics. We may then dismiss Yama and Niyama with this advice. Let the student decide for himself what form of life, what moral code will least tend to excite his mind. But once he has formulated it, let him stick with it, avoiding opportunism, and let him be very careful to take no credit for what he does or refrains from doing. It is a purely practical code of no value in itself. The cleanliness which assists the surgeon in his work would prevent the engineer from doing his at all. Ethical questions are adequately dealt with in Thien Tao, in Nak Pax, and should be there studied. Also see Liber XXX of the AA. Also Liber CCXX, the Book of the Law. It is said, "Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law." Remember that for the purpose of this treatise, the whole object of Yama and Niyama is to live so that no emotion or passion disturbs the mind. The end of Chapter 3.